Okay, so now I have the veggies out on the table and I'm just going to show you a little bit more so it makes a little more sense for the video. And as you can see, I'm going to scroll through and tell you what I was thinking about each thing. So basically, I'm always going to get a big thing of dark leafy greens and I'm going to cook these down. Like I'm just going to make a pot of greens. And what I'm going to have in it is my collards, my kale, and then I'm going to use one leek, and I'm going to use a sweet onion, and I'll probably use a whole head of garlic. Okay, so that done, done, and done. That's the dark green leafy dish. I do need to go back to the store because I need another thing of lacinato kale, because then I'm going to take the lacinato kale and, oh, you don't see it on here, but I got a big sweet potato and some other potatoes, and I'm going to cook that together with some carrots and make the veggie patties I was telling you about. And what's going to put those veggie patties over the top is using fresh herbs. So instead of the dried sage, using fresh sage, really important. You can use rosemary and thyme, but you can do several different versions. Fresh tarragon works as well. All right, the other piece that we're looking at is I am going to make a quiche. So I have two dozen eggs, and I'm actually going to take squash, mushrooms. These are the shiitake mushrooms. You can use any mushrooms. I'm going to take squash, mushrooms, and I'm going to take the other leek, and I'm going to cook them down really, really, really just deliciously caramelized with an onion and probably half of a head of garlic. And I'll probably still use the sweet onion. And then I'm also finally going to take this asparagus and I'll throw them in at the last minute. I'll chop them up really fine so that I have a veggie quiche that has asparagus. It'll have some squash. I'll probably use half of that. I'll probably use half the mushrooms and a whole leek. Okay, and that's going to go into a 6-egg quiche. And then that quiche I'll be able to stick in the freezer and use it for breakfast, use it for a quick dinner if we ever need it, use it for a quick snack. The other half, I'll probably take the other half of this and the other half of the mushroom and maybe the other half of the leek. Maybe the leek will stay out and I'll just use a red onion or something, a little more variety. And I'll cook that down. And then what I'll do is I'll put that over top of some quinoa or some rice so that it'll be just another dish. And then I can roast some fish, bake some fish in the oven, or have some chicken. And then what I'm going to do with this red cabbage, I want some color. I'm going to take this and shred it. And this is a lot. This is a big old cabbage, so it'll go a very long way. I could probably take half of this head of cabbage plus several shredded carrots. I'm going to put that together. And then I'm going to take a red onion, slice that up. I might do the sweet onion in there. I have to see how I feel. And then some chopped up fresh garlic, and I'll put that together. And then I'll make a vinaigrette dressing to put over that. And so I'll have a raw cabbage slaw salad that you can eat on regularly. And then the pieces that I have separately, we have the Brussels sprouts here. I'll roast these down probably like a Wednesday. I like to do a quick roast of like your easy broccoli, Brussels sprouts on a Wednesday when you're midweek and you're just trying to get through the rest of the week. These are great to pull out. You cut the little ends off, cut them in half, lay them out on a baking sheet. You can mix them with potatoes, sweet potatoes. You can mix it with onions. You can have it just plain. And then you roast them on a high heat on 400 for about 15 minutes until they caramelize, bring them out. And then you put some fresh grated black pepper on it, a little bit of sea salt. The second 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of the detox, you will not put sea salt on it. We'll make some kind of balsamic vinaigrette or something to put on it. It's in the recipe book. And then another quick item is I always will get some type of lettuce. The hearts of romaine are great, and you can use these as lettuce wraps. But you can also just chop a whole heart of romaine and make a quick salad. And in that salad, I always will have some chopped up red onions, thinly sliced, really thinly sliced. And I'll just, a quick evening night salad, which is probably what I'm going to do tonight because I'm running out of time. Throw that salad together. You put some of those onions on top. I put some croutons. Sometimes I'll put blue cheese. And then this is the final thing. You have these delicious sweet peppers. And these you want to make sure they're organic. But here we go, some color. And you can slice these up. The nice thing is kids love them. When I got them, my youngest daughter was like, when we get home, can I have a pepper? So it's real nice. So you do that. And then what you're going to keep as your snacks are cutting up and keeping these in like a glass container. Just some carrots chopped up, your celery chopped up. You're going to keep the cilantro on you because you can mix the cilantro in with your cabbage slaw. You can mix the cilantro in with anything as a condiment on the side. This is great to throw into your veggie mashes. And then you're keeping your several avocados on hand because these are really good snacks to eat. A half to a quarter of an avocado through the day. This is a great way to kind of get off of meat. The high fat content really helps reduce the cravings for meat. So making sure you add this in, and you can have it at the tail end of some of your snacks. And then you also have the broccoli here. I consider the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. Those are my quick go-to. You can just throw them in the oven, roast them really, really super quick. The other option is you could shred these, you could shred the Brussels sprouts and make it, you could do a slaw with the Brussels sprouts in this. And then you could also roast half of this down and then keep the rest as raw, chop them up and have the crudités with your broccoli, with your celery, and with your carrots. And you could even do some sweet peppers and then just dip those in the tahini sauce we're going to make. Or you can get some store-bought hummus or make your own hummus. But it's really, that's the thought processing. So you're going to eat through this during the week, okay? And just keep it simple on yourself. Make that quiche, make that frittata that you can make one time, stick it in the oven, and now you have several breakfasts that are packed with veggies, packed with protein. You have your, like I said, your hot leafy greens. You have your cold slaw, raw slaw salad, another quick salad that you can make, and then other roasted items that you can make. And now you see you have a variety. You have your colorful and roots. You have your dark green leafies that are in group A, colorful and roots that are in group B, your carrots and these and the sweet peppers. And then you have another colorful and roots. And then you have your sulfur rich mushrooms, asparagus, broccoli. This is group C, onions, garlic. Group C, this kale goes in both groups, the brassica as well as the leafy greens. So we'll start with that. I'm going to show you a couple other things and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, thank you for being so in tune. Okay, bye-bye.